During the pandemic, the housing market boomed and hasn't stopped. Homes are selling quickly and also above asking price.
But for military veterans, it has become increasingly difficult to buy these houses. CBS 58's Kristen Barbarisi explains in tonight's special report.
The men and women who serve our country are entitled to a benefit called a VA loan, but sometimes it's that benefit that's actually keeping them from finding a place to live. After 12 years in the military,
I joined the Army, active duty Army, in 2008.
Andrew Buskowski retired last August, and 2 months later he married his wife Stephanie. Then, more good news for the couple.
So when I found out Stephanie was pregnant, I was just like, I can't live in an apartment anymore.
They already have a 7-year-old son.
It was important to us too to get settled for him so that he can stay in one place and he can grow roots too and make friends. And
roots are something neither one had as a kid.
And we grew up renting.
Andrew and Stephanie got pre-approved for a VA home loan, a program that lets vets buy with no down payment, no private mortgage insurance, and lower interest rates.
It's honestly probably the biggest benefit the VA gives you.
Chris Burke is the vice president of Mortgage Insight at Veterans United, the largest VA purchase lender.
The heart of this benefit was this idea that they're giving up a chance to build credit and savings to defend our freedoms.
But the market is competitive, and in this competition, veterans are losing.
If you're competing against conventional or cash, the veteran's going to lose every time.
Realtor Beth Jaworski didn't work with the Buskowskis, but does work with veterans. She says misconceptions about the loans scare sellers away.
One of them is that because it's a government-backed program that's going to take longer, which is not actually true.
Burke says 20 years ago these loans did take longer, but not anymore. In April, VA loans closed just 4 days later than conventional loans.
VA has invested so much in automation and technology to help VA loans better compete in today's marketplace. And that's one of the big reasons you see so many veterans turning to this benefit.
Another thing making sellers wary is the appraisal process. VA appraisers can issue work orders for things like peeling paint on the exterior and handrails. It all has to be fixed and re-inspected before closing. Many sellers don't want to deal with it.
It's tough to hear. I mean, we know it's happening in markets across the country.
I mean, I'm having a child, which I would think would be the biggest stressor, but this was the biggest stressful thing in my life.
With the baby coming in August, the Buskowskis were about to give up and find another apartment. Then they walked into this home.
I remember I was standing like right there, and Stephanie walked in and she's like, wow.
They decided to make one more offer.
Dear homeowner, my name is Stephanie.
And included a letter.
My husband has just left the Army after 12 years and is ready to raise our family in a home where he doesn't have to worry about leaving and uprooting.
It worked. Their offer was accepted because the sellers, too, are a veteran family.
All right, where's this going?
What we were looking for, like in a house and in a seller, is what they were looking for in a buyer, and that it just worked out that way. So not everybody is going to obviously have that luck, unfortunately.
Jaworski says it shouldn't be so difficult.
And I think realtors really need to bind together to work with the federal government to do a little revamp on this VA program.
She says that could include providing motivation for sellers.
Well, they may pay, some of the closing costs. Pay the year's taxes or pay the title policy, pay that, do something that way.
Burke says there also needs to be more education for civilians and real estate agents about how the program works.
This is going to be the nursery.
For Andrew and Stephanie, they're now first-generation homeowners.
Here they go.
Providing something for their kids they never had. A place to call their own.
It's that kind of like American dream, buy a house. It's get to that level.
The real estate agent we spoke with says some of her clients are actually deciding to forego their VA benefit. Instead, they're taking out conventional loans, which means they're paying almost $200 more a month. Reporting in Veterans Park, Kristen Barbarisi, CBS 58 News.